Congratulations on joining the EV movement and considering a new Tesla for 2023. The latest EV tax credits approved here in the United States have many considering an EV or a Tesla for the very first time. Well, I own a Model 3 and have owned it for over a year and a half and driven 25,000+ miles. And I want to tell you some mistakes that you want to avoid and some key things, some prep items that you want to have before you take delivery of your brand new Tesla. Let's get right into these suggestions. So number one, on delivery day, once you put all of your money down, you've got the card to your brand new Tesla, and now you're ready to take it home or your apartment or whatever happens to be. You want to have a plan beforehand on where you're going to charge, but that's not enough. What you want to do is look at your options as far as cost. Your timeline is about a week to 2 weeks. Your cost is going to be around $500 to $1,000. So what do I mean by that? Well, number one, you want to shop electricians because each one charged me vastly different prices for installation of my charger. That's number one. They may be booked out a week or two, so I would not wait until last minute. Number two, do you want a NEMA adapter, which is what I have? Perfectly fine. It's basically a large appliance adapter for your charger to charge your Tesla. So a NEMA outlet is around $500 is what I paid all in for installation and hardware. Now a wall connector alone is $500 plus the cost of installation. Point number two, now depending on when you take delivery, the time of year, or where you live, this is essentially in chronological order. Number one, you want charging. Number two is you want your accessories. I say this because if you take delivery mid-winter, maybe it's springtime, you're getting a bunch of rain, or you live by the beach, you don't want to track in mud, snow, or sand. So check out the links in the description for the very best Amazon rated Tesla accessories. You want to make sure to have these before delivery. I took delivery on a very rainy day, and the last thing you want is to trek a boot full of mud into your brand new Tesla that doesn't have any type of protection for those carpets. So pick up those accessories before your delivery day. Number three, it is now delivery day. Again, we're going over a full checklist of things before, during, and after your delivery. Number one was charging, then accessories. Number three is properly reviewing your Tesla on delivery day for any type of small imperfections that you want to make sure to get fixed at the Tesla site. If you're anything like me, your Tesla location, there may be one in your city. It may even be an hour or more away. Mine's not that close to me here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So any type of swirl marks or paint imperfections, any type of panel gaps or gaps in the seat where the carpet meets the plastic, anything like that, you want to make sure to point out to your Tesla rep. But also point number three, maybe a few days before or even on that day of delivery with your Tesla rep. Or of course, you can watch videos on this channel and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. You want to learn about how to safely use Tesla functions like AutoPilot, like one pedal driving. It has that regenerative braking, and it's completely different than any other car I've ever driven. My parents have driven my car, my wife, my brother, they've all test drove the car when I first received it. And the one pedal driving, it'll brake for you gradually without even having to touch the brake. And it puts that energy back into your battery. This is called regenerative braking. That one pedal driving, now of course in some situations you still have to use the physical brake, but for those day-to-day drives, that's something that you want to get used to. Of course, you can take a test drive and try it out, but you can also watch videos on things like AutoPilot and things like that, so you're familiar with how to change gears, how to bring up the camera, how to use AutoPilot. So I'd really appreciate you subscribing to learn more about your Tesla before that delivery day. Point number four, so charging, accessories, reviewing your Tesla, and learning about the features. Well, point number four is really important. It's how you're going to save money on your Tesla. If you are buying in 2023, listen to this because it's very, very important. The EV tax credit is a tax credit when you file your taxes next year in 2024. Now, what you want to do is make sure to file that tax with your CPA or whoever you happen to do your taxes with next year so you get whatever qualifying credit your Tesla is owed. It's going to be $7,500 or $3,750. Now there's new rules coming out in March of 2023. Subscribe so you don't miss that. You're going to find out how much exactly per the IRS you're going to get for your Tesla. Also, along with point number 4, don't make this mistake because it changes drastically. So Pennsylvania, where I live in Pittsburgh, they give a $750 rebate when I took my delivery in 2021. But now it's a new year in 2023. So fast forward. Now the rebate is $2,000 to $3,000 on top of the federal EV tax credit. What you want to do within a certain amount of days, I think I had 90 days to file this rebate with my state. Do not forget about this. Go on the Tesla website, find your state, find the incentives if there are any, which very likely they are, and make sure to not miss those deadlines to get that paperwork in for your extra credit. Finally, point number 4, look at what incentives your utility company offers. My electricity company gave me a rebate on my bill. Also, you can type in maybe Pennsylvania off-peak hours. See what your off-peak hours are because you can schedule your Tesla to charge at off-peak hours. Now, typically it's going to be overnight. I think it's 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. here in Pennsylvania. But long story short, you can save probably about half on your charging by charging at those off-peak hours. How much does it cost me if you're just picking up your Tesla? Well, over the past 12 months, I've spent around $845 for 12 months of charging at my house. So point number 5 has everything to do with protection and customizing your Tesla. And take it from me, again, I've had my vehicle for over 25,000 miles. Things like window tint. If it's legal in your state, then it'll block out a lot of the heat and also provide privacy. You can get that. Paint protection film. I would recommend this, on the front of your Tesla. Essentially, it's a plastic coating that's invisible that covers your Tesla and protects it from scratches or dings from things like gravel or road debris. So in addition to protecting the exterior of your car, I would highly recommend, especially if you have young ones, a child seat protector that'll protect that vegan leather. It's actually a seat protector. There's also rear seat protectors. I love them. They kind of fold into the plastic around the back of your seat, preventing scratches from kicks or whatever happens to be rubbing up against that plastic. Screen protectors, the list goes on and on and on. I can tell you, as you use your car, cable organizers, so everything is not laying on the ground in your garage. There's all kinds of things after you take your Tesla home that you might want to consider just to make your life a little easier. Another final tip that'll go into point number 5 after you take it home with you has nothing really to do with protection, but everything to do with updates to your vehicle. You want to make sure to immediately, so you're connected to this Tesla network, is to connect your Tesla to the Wi-Fi. It's very simple. You can just go into the settings and connect to your home Wi-Fi. Make sure you have your Wi-Fi password handy, and once you do, your Tesla will get over-the-air updates. There was 11 total in 2022 that helped you get the most out of your Tesla and gave you all the benefits of those software updates. Congratulations for joining the EV movement, but it doesn't stop there. Make sure to subscribe so when those software updates come out, new Tesla features, if you're considering maybe a second Tesla or you haven't bought your first one yet, subscribe to get all of the breaking news on Tesla, discounts, and more. Again, the only way I know you enjoy this content is to drop a like and please subscribe so I can grow the channel. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We'll see you in the next video.